Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jordan Bentley. I'm with 1STRIPE Media, and we out here. Dang, man, we taking it all the way back. So Hypland originally started as like a project in 8th grade. It was like it didn't really start off as like a clothing brand. It was more so stemmed from my interest in fashion. You know, growing up in LA, I got to see a lot of brands like Diamond, the Hundreds, Supreme. A lot of those brands really come up, like Fresh Jive, you had Fucked, a lot of these different brands that were coming up at that same time. So naturally, when I was in middle school, I had took like an interest in, you know, watching these brands, and I kind of just figured, oh yeah, why not start something myself? So it really stemmed as like a product of interest, not so much as like a business, quote unquote, when I first started. Fast forward maybe after like middle school, when I got into high school, started selling t-shirts around campus and started selling crew neck sweaters, and I realized that I could actually make money doing this. I remember me and my mom spent like one summer driving around Los Angeles, like delivering $10 tees to like all these kids in my Prius. RIP. I got hit and totaled the other day. I mean, not the other day, but like a couple months ago. But yeah, man, that was like the initial start of the brand. Really just like grassroots, not really starting as a business, just more so interest in kind of seeing like how it picked up around Los Angeles. So the name is actually like an interesting story. Originally, the name came about as like an idea in 8th grade. It originally started off as like iHype. It was inspired by Apple back in the day. Like iPod was super booming when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. So I was like, yo, let's figure out a way to incorporate that like Apple into like, you know, the word hype, which was popular at the time. And then I was also reading Hypebeast when I was back in like 8th grade. So I wanted to try and create something that was like really similar to like Hypebeast. So it was like iHype. Then I want to say like a year later, I ended up dropping the I, or the I was dropped in the name, and the name shifted to like Hype LA, and then Hypland. I mean, the land shifted as more of like, you know, we live in LA. People refer to LA as the land, so it kind of just like flowed naturally. It was a really interesting way. I mean, I was in 8th grade. I don't remember my thought process at the time and how the name was created. It's so long ago, maybe like 8 years ago. It's kind of crazy. Honestly, even though this design is so old, favorite piece will always be the worldwide flag hoodie. Actually, let me go get one real quick. Let me just yeah. All right, so I mean, it's pretty basic. This was the first flag piece that I designed in 10th grade. It came, like I said, the intercultural literature class, but the original design came as like a year anniversary for the brand's online store. So the original flags that kind of came onto the sweater were Japan, Australia, Korea, China, America, UK, Netherlands, and Canada. And like for us at that time, it was a piece that really represented or showed like a thank you to like the first couple countries that purchased a brand outside of like California, you know. And that was like for me like the biggest mark of like, oh, we're gonna do this worldwide thing. I mean, I made this like, I want to say in like 2012. It's so long ago, even though so many people like do the same thing now. It's like, for me, that's the piece that got me this introduction to fashion. Because I remember when I like released it, it got posted on High Snobiety, you know, all these different like independent blogs and like all these different like Instagram pages. Like, oh, look at this, nobody's done this. It's like this flag thing. It's like it was like so cool at the time. So for me, it was like, dang, I'm just doing this as like a thank you for like the people who've been supporting. But it's like everyone else is like, wow, this is this new like concept, or like this different concept at the time that like hadn't been done. So I was like, yo, it's for me. And it's like, I remember I drew the design in like 10th grade. It was like I was sitting in like trigonometry class, like not paying attention. I ended up doing like poorly in that class, but I was sitting there in class looking at long sleeves, and like that was back in the time when people were starting to print on the sleeves of like long sleeves, and that was like super popular. And I was like thinking like, dang, like what can I make on like the sleeves of like a long sleeve? Like I don't want to just put words like everyone else. I was like, maybe I should do like flags. And then like I started thinking, and my mom was like, you should do like a thank you, kind of like as like an anniversary. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop it as like an anniversary for like the time we've been out. And I included those first 8 countries that like bought the garments, and it like I dropped it on like my personal Instagram, and it went crazy. It was awesome. ComplexCon, we're doing like a super huge debut there. We're doing an anime collaboration too. I can't disclose the brand yet because, you know, I mean, it's finalized, but I just kind of want to keep it like a secret. But ComplexCon is going to be like super huge just because that collaboration is going to drop then. Probably maybe do some retail. But the ComplexCon thing is the biggest thing. The ComplexCon and the collab debut with the anime. I mean, anime for me is like super huge. Been watching it since I was in like 4th grade. I was that kid that like ran like this in like elementary school and got teased. So like for me, like dropping this like anime collaboration is like it's like like a coming of age thing, and it's like also like commemoration to like my younger self. You know, like my little 4th grade me would be so happy that I'm doing this right now. So it's like, yeah, that's probably like the biggest thing. Of course, like we have like I'm probably do some pop-up shops maybe towards the end of this year or in the beginning of next year, 2019. So we'll see what's up. All right, man, that's such a tough question. I like so many different shows for different reasons. The show that'll always stick with me is Naruto. I grew up watching Naruto. That is like one of the shows that really got me into everything. I was like, as a kid, I loved Inuyasha, Zatch Bell. I just recently started like really connecting back on Bleach. I watched that as a little kid too, but I never like understood the story complex enough or like followed it complex enough. So Bleach is like a favorite of mine. Of course, you have Dragon Ball Z. That's like a given. That's like basic. It's like, what do you like to eat with your food? Rice. It's like it's just crazy. But Naruto's probably like my favorite, hands down, like always. But there's tons of good shows. Like Attack on Titan is an awesome show. My Hero Academia is awesome. Like, it's lots of awesome shows. Naruto is always #1 in my heart, though. You know, brick and mortar is really dying. I don't think so. I like the pop-up model. I mean, have you guys ever heard of Rip and Dip? You've heard of the brand Rip and Dip? Like, yeah, it's like Orion, the owner of Rip and Dip, is like one of my good friends and like damn near like my mentor. And like just watching him do the pop-up model that he does, where the store is not always permanent, but it comes in and out, and like every time it comes in, it's like a new theme and a new design iteration, and it keeps it fresh, and it's like a real interactive experience for consumers. I feel like that's the way of the future. It's like, because you know, people can shop online, they don't want to always, you know, have to leave their house and get something. It's like you're competing with Amazon where you can order something and then like get it the same day. It's like people don't want to leave the house if they don't have to. So like for me, like I would only probably do pop-up shops where people are incentivized to like go to experience something rather than just come in and shop. Because if you have like a basic store, it's like, why are you going in there to shop? You're not hanging out in there. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like a cool place to hang out or a cool place to experience. If I open a store, it has to be like a cool hangout experience. Like you gotta get like some type of like feeling when you go in there. It's like if I open a store in Japan, like, and the theme is like the US, like you better feel like you're in the US when you walk in that store. You better feel like you're somewhere else when you walk in that store. You know what I mean? Really difficult question, because like I you know, I thought about this the other day and I was like, I don't know, like I want to say like it's so much stuff. Like, of course, like it'd be tied to collaborate with Supreme, like whoop, like that's tight as hell. But then it's also like I want like a Nike collab bad. Like that's like my Nike or Adidas, like some kind of shoe collab. So like for me, like that would be awesome to do something with that. Or like, what's something I use all the time? Like it'd be tight to like do something with, of course, like Naruto. Like that's my favorite anime. I think I just said that though. Did I just say that? Yeah, I just said that. I'm stupid. But like that'd be kind of tight. Or doing something with like North Face would be awesome, especially because the flag thing. Like that's like travel brand. Or like shoot, like Gucci would be tight too. I mean, like that's like the, you know, the fuckboy brand right now. But like, you know, doing something with Gucci or Chanel or something high end, or even working with Virgil would be tight too. Like I don't have like one dream collab. I have like a bunch of collabs that I'd love to have. Like I think like the first thing though would for sure be a shoe, and like Nike. If somebody gave me a shoe, I'd kill it. Yeah, Air Force, I'd go crazy.
I already got an idea. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me pitch it to you after this interview.
Yeah, bruh.
This guy's trying to get signed.
Yeah. I you know, I was thinking I had a dream collab in my head the other day, but I forgot completely what it is, and I'll probably think of it after this interview is over, and I'll be like, yo, that was my dream collab. But Nike is like, is it Japanese? No, I don't think it is. No, I mean, Stone Island collab would be tight too. I was just thinking about what a tight collab would be the other day. I mean, like it's a lot of brands I'd like to collab with. Nike being #1 though. You know, that's a really tough question. I mean, I want it to be as big as possible, so my goal is to keep the brand growing all the time, you know, if I can. Or not even if I can, like that's the goal, to keep it growing all the time. So I'd say in 5-10 years, of course, I would want it to still be around and still be growing. Of course, be like 100 times as big as it is right now. Like 10 years or 5 years is a long time. At that point, I'd probably put it in retail though. You know, because that's where all the real money is. Like, that's what keeps brands growing. And, you know, like, even though people shoot on retail so much with the current streetwear space, it's like, you almost need retail to grow your brand. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have, like, a streetwear brand and not be in retail under most cases. Like, not everyone is supreme, you know? And it's like, being in retail gives you consistent money and it allows you to, like, do cool things, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, like, shit, Bloomingdale's is retail.
Yeah, or like Barney's, anything like that.
And that shit, you can go to a Bloomingdale's in fucking Minnesota, fucking Kansas.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
No Supreme in Kansas.
Exactly, and that's what I like about retail. It's like for me, or my understanding of retail is a way to get your clothes seen by people who don't normally see it. It's like you have kids in Kentucky who have no idea about like Hypland because of a lack of resources or a lack of like culture out there. There is no LA or no Fairfax in Kentucky. So like for them, Zoomies or Urban Outfitters or whatever, Bloomingdale's is like the only, Macy's is the only place they can buy cool clothes. So it's like, unless you have your stuff in there, you have a whole area of the world that's not copying your garments. You know what I mean? So look at Thrasher. I mean, they put their stuff in Zoomies and like, look how big they are now compared to when you had to go in the magazines and order hoodies and t-shirts out of the magazine. Like, that was the only way you could get it back in the day. And now it's like huge, and they're doing like so much cool stuff. So yeah, I play tennis, bro. Tennis is my main sport. Boxing, taekwondo. I did like weird sports. I sucked at basketball as like a little kid. I mean, I hoop now a little bit, but my little brother's better than me. He's like 15 and he's taller than me. But yeah, I played tennis. That was my main sport. I used to get teased in high school for that too, bro.
Yeah, that shit's hard, bro.
I mean, it's hard, but like.
But yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, no, it's like imagine, bro, you're the only black kid and you play tennis, and it's like dang, bro, like, and it's like then I remember I used to get teased at like school for playing tennis. It's like they used to call me cheesy because I would eat string cheese in like high school, bro. Like, bro, like I was that kid in 9th grade who didn't come to school with like no lunch money or no money. I'd ask people for dollars and I'd be like, and like I'd ask and I'd eat the string cheese that came with a school lunch and people would call me cheesy. Like, not because I'm cheesy, but like because I ate string cheese. It's like cheesy plays tennis. It's like, bro, nah,
So you went from the anime kid to the tennis kid.
To the cheese kid, yeah. Bro, I had a tough life, bro. I hated high school. Bro, lately I've been listening to Georgia Smith all day, bro. All day, bro. I don't even know what's the name of her album, bro. Do you know the name of it? I don't even know the name of it. I just know. I just know it's her looking like a goddess on the cover. And it's like a light bluish green, like turquoise kind of color, or like a minty kind of color. Lost and Found, bro. That's probably my favorite album right now. I love R&B. Like, of course I listen to like, you know, trap music and stuff, but bro, I love that album right now. It's like, it's crazy. Georgia Smith is like so beautiful. Her music is fire. She's just like a queen. Yeah. Shout out Georgia Smith. Favorite movie of all time, probably Fight Club.
Fight Club? Yeah,
that's like the most. That's probably like not very typical, but Fight Club is an awesome movie. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Goku is like the symbol of like positivity and like work ethic. It's like Goku has never been a hater. You have like dudes like Vegeta who always be like jealous and hating, always in second place, and you got Goku who's always like up for the challenge, positive, like kicking ass and like smiling, and he's like merciful too. He don't ever like kill people. He just like beats him up to teach him a lesson and like lets him go like, yeah, we're gonna fight again later, like be good, you know what I mean? It's like Goku's awesome, bro.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Beaches or mountains?
Beaches.
Sushi or pizza?
Sushi, bro. Are you crazy?
John Lennon or Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney.
LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron, bro.
Love or hate?
Love, duh. What kind of stupid question is that?
Under Armour or Big Baller Brand?
Ah, fuck. Under Armour.
Lil Uzi or Young Thug?
Lil Uzi.
Water or soda?
Water, bro. I don't even drink soda.
Beef or chicken?
Beef.
Step Brothers or other guys?
Step Brothers, easily, bro. That's damn near the best movie on the planet, bro.
Wendy's?
Bro, honestly, this is gonna sound sick, but I'm gonna have to go with McDonald's over that one, bro.
I'm out of this bitch. This nigga just said McDonald's over Wendy's. You're disrespectful.
Bro, Wendy's is only good for their baked potatoes, bro. Everything else is trash. Bro, McDonald's breakfast, bro, McDonald's breakfast is killing everything off at Wendy's, bro. A sausage egg McMuffin, bro. A sausage egg McMuffin, bro. Name anything on Wendy's menu that even comes close, bro.
McDonald's breakfast is untouchable. Wendy's menu is kind of trash. Their lemonade is fire, but Wendy's is fire because they have the 4 for $4. That is so versatile.
That was just so recent though, too.
And it can feed you.
Bro, keep it lit with you. I don't even eat either of those, bro. I'm picking Jack in the Box or El Pollo Loco over both of those.
No, I'm getting Wendy's over any one of those for sure.
Chicken taquitos, bro. I had some of those.
Bro, I'm eating a chicken avocado burrito, bro, or some tacos. Tacos al carbone.
LA tacos or Bay Area tacos?
LA tacos, are you crazy? Leo's Tacos is smashing on Mi Rancho and all them other nasty places in the Bay Area. The Bay food is garbage. Probably like Nebraska or somewhere not like where like South Carolina or something. Like what are some places that like people, or like Alaska? Like I feel like that's like or like Kentucky or something. Somewhere it's bright. Dang, you don't even know what bright is if you're blind. I don't know. How do you describe anything to a blind person?
I think that's a good question.
It's like a warm color. Like it's like warm, feels like the sun, very like bright. Because I think I can see light. Best purchase, probably my car.
What type of car you got?
G63 AMG. Ain't no G550 baby, but big body. Worst purchase? Dang, I don't know, man. Worst purchase. For me, always the worst purchase is like food. You go out to a restaurant and you buy this big ass like meal and you eat it all and you're like, fuck, I just spent $200 on this meal. I'm full, I feel like shit, and I have no more money. Like that's it probably has to be like food. That or like probably like some socks or something. I remember I made some chicken wing socks in high school. I was so hyped on those, and those did not sell, bro. That was like the worst investment I've ever made, bro. The best message I can tell you, too, is not to take advice from other people who are not doing the same thing as you. I feel like Kanye. And also to really be consistent. You know, a lot of people when you first start are gonna be like haters. They're not gonna support you. People have the tendency to not support you until you actually are successful, and you gotta really like tough and power through that and power through those days where in yourself you're feeling like shit and you don't want to, you know, continue going. I mean, and then it's like too, you also gotta like have confidence and believe in yourself, because there's gonna be haters all the time, but you gotta trust in yourself to know that what you're doing feels right, and if it feels right, people are gonna like support it some kind of way. Like there's like billions of people on this planet. There's got to be like some people who are gonna like what you put out. So keep putting it out. Don't worry about Instagram followers or anything like that, and put out good content and people will do well. I mean, whatever you do will do well. Be consistent. Consistency is everything, man. I mean, and it takes time to start too, bro. Like you're not gonna be successful overnight. Like you're gonna start at 0 followers and you're gonna have no followers for a while. But if you push through that, you'll get to where I am right now. I started with 0 followers. 1STRIPE started with 0 followers. Drake started with 0 followers. Drake was a nobody. Drake was on Degrassi. You know what I mean? It's like, look at people now. It's like Kendrick Lamar, you know, everybody. Like people, Justin Bieber was making music on YouTube. Now look at how big he is. You know, you got to start somewhere. Don't get discouraged. I want to shout out 1STRIPE Media for this interview. I want to shout out Hypland, man. You know what it is. Want to give a big shout out to my mom, man, like for holding me down, always like letting me tear up her house in high school, letting me really just, you know, being like the backbone that supported the brand. I mean, like, you know, I would not be where I am without my mom. Of course, like my whole family is so supportive, but like my mom is probably the most, you know, important piece in my success always. Like thanks to her freedom and her flexibility and just like her strength in being such a strong and great mother, I was able to be where I am today. And like without her, I would not be where I am right now. So I want to give a big shout out to my mom. Love her. And yeah, shout out to you for watching this video. And thanks to everybody who supported me. We out.
No shit.
Dale, vamos.